Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north, more specifically, Baltimore, Maryland. I'm hanging out with a friend today. What you doing, Dan?
I'm getting ready to take a picture.
You're gonna take a picture with your Polaroid there?
Carpetbagger.
Oh, you're gonna take a picture of me?
Of you doing this.
Oh, that's cute. So, Dan Bell, plug yourself. You got, channel is...
Oh, people already know who I am.
People are...
Please.
So you know
Plugs.
who you know Dan Bell is.
I'm an icon.
He's iconic. But you know, you dig through dirty rooms. You go through old dead malls, and you take Polaroids.
Look at me. Look at me.
What's it look like? Or does it take like 10 minutes to develop?
It's only. I'll give it to you for 40.
40. Anywho, we're here outside of Protean Books. I got some information that there may be an oddities exhibit in the back of the shop. We're gonna head in there and check it out. So please follow us.
You want to see, like, before you go?
What happened?
Like in the 70s. Hey guys, it's me.
Is that how you used to vlog, Dan?
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to the bookstore.
This guy here, he's got a Coors Light and it says, "Don't hassle the Hoff." Back here they have a $2 room. It's a Ouija board there on the wall. Ouija board actually invented here in Baltimore. I mean, the talking board wasn't, but the brand of Ouija was made in Baltimore. Oh look, it's Santa Claus as a gorilla right there, as well as a big scary bat. So that's an operation, but so he got a hole in his head? Yeah. You can see his brains in there. It's an amazing collection of books, just like an endless supply of books. Got some skulls up here, but look at this. Dr. Gloom's Crypt of Curiosity. All right, heading through the curtains. Oh, wow. So wait, so this is... Elvis Presley's third
nipple.
I wasn't aware you had a third nipple. When was it removed?
I think Lisa Marie bit it off.
Oh my gosh. Some sort of gorilla back here. Frisco the Killer Ape.
Oh, you can step in and take a photo.
Can you? You wanna head in there with Frisco the Killer Ape? Oh, so cute.
No monkey business.
It's a ghost crab right here. What they say about the ghost crab is that apparently when drunken teenagers are by the ocean, it'll come out and give them pinches on their necks that look like hickeys.
Bigfoot, Dirty, or the Jersey Devil.
Oh yeah, got all the cryptids there.
Ness.
There's Mothman.
Mothman.
This is a whole map of where different cryptids are. So this is the Squatch Nest monster in here. If you can see it, it says it's actually the occurrence of a romantic liaison between Sasquatch and the Loch Ness Monster. And you can kind of make it out in there. It has kind of the shape of the Loch Ness Monster, but it's very, very hairy, like Sasquatch. This is the penny man here. Apparently the old tradition of placing coins on the eyes was to pay off this guy. This is who meets you in the afterlife and claims the money on your eyeballs. Here we have Stingy Jack. This is the man behind the legend of the jack-o'-lantern. Oh, getting some good Polaroids there, Dan?
Oh yes. This place is awesome.
This is Mr. Weasley's assistant here. This is a conjoined twin. So there's a professor named Ronald Weasley, and he had a twin growing out of his shoulder. You can see the eyeball there and a little ear, so I guess he would help him with his professorial duties. And then over here, I don't even know what that is. That's just like a collapsed face. It's really kind of gory. And that's the classic monkey paw where you can make wishes that will come true, but then something horrible will happen to you with each wish.
Oh, that's okay. I've already wished for something.
You wished on this monkey paw?
Oh yeah.
What'd you wish for?
I can't say.
Can't say,
No.
or won't come true.
No, I'm wishing, or a couple people are gonna die.
Oh, okay. So all you did was wish a couple people that you hated to die.
Exactly.
Well, maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe it'll come true. And here's a clairvoyant's brain. It actually looks, it's covered in something, and covered maybe in some sparkles. I guess a clairvoyant's brain has the sparkles. This is the Booger Baby. It says it was found in Booger Hollow, Arkansas, which is a real place. And it does point out here it has a 2-story outhouse. That's the only thing I've ever heard about Booger Hollow as well. But it says that some people took it in as a child, but the doctor came and said that it was not a child at all. So they had to lock it in this box here. They really do have some interesting backstories written out here for some of the artifacts. You have Old Scratch, the ventriloquist dummy here. It says this was a dummy that belonged to a traveling preacher, but turned out that the doll was a satanic possession and would talk to the preacher behind closed doors. It said it would scribble satanic symbols on the wall, rip pages from the Bible, and turn crosses upside down. Pile of old cameras there. Hey, is that the same camera you have right there, Dan?
Yes. Wait, well that is a Polaroid, but it's one of the instant Polaroids. But they don't make the film anymore.
Got some ghost photography here amongst the cameras. See where the floating individual appears behind the people. Looks like that guy's been swallowed by a ghost. With a hand of glory here. There's a long process in making the hand of glory, but the main ingredient is the executed hand of a thief. And it says that when you possess a properly made hand of glory, you can use it to open any door. This creature here is known as the Laverne lake monster. It says it's found by a corn farmer in Hay Springs, Nebraska. Look at that. A whole bunch of jars of fun. Down here is a heart. Not sure what all these are. There's 2 little piglets, a shark in there, a frog, and there's like a little invisible man toy.
I actually filmed this house.
It's the Baltimore
The
Gypsy Murders.
Gypsy Murder House. But her, she was decapitated.
Yeah.
And the house was abandoned. It was next to a Dunkin' Donuts. It's now gone. But the stain on the floor from where
For the murder?
Yeah.
Still there?
It was still there.
It was still there? Oh, that's crazy.
I remember when that happened. It was like 94.
Let's see, over here we have a classic Fiji mermaid there, one of my favorite freak items. And then Bruno the Headless Duck. You can see his poor little duck has had his head removed. And the only way to feed him and give him water is to pump it in a tube through his empty head hole. This is the devil hawk of Amichitka Island. It says it's an Alaskan monster. It's this bird with horns. It's apparently caused by nuclear waste. Here's the Spalsa Snake. Said this is from the Falkland Islands. It has, so I guess this is a tribal artifact of the Spalsa Snake. It says each tail represents a different human vice. Grigor, the hideous bat child, says that this was the offspring of a teenage girl that was kidnapped by an evil cult and forced to mate with the bat god Radiskor. I tell you, some of these backstories are insane. Here's their vampire killing kit. You see the cloves of garlic. I guess that mirror is to test a vampire to see if it really is a vampire. There really is a lot of garlic in there. Maybe too much garlic to fit in that box. Here's a haunted picture of a clown. It says that the eyes will follow you as you walk around a room. This is the severed tentacle of Tindamere, a giant sea monster grabbed hold of a boat. Apparently they were able to sever this one tentacle with a broken wine bottle. This is a Pennon Galan. Says this is the severed head of a midwife. She broke a pact with the devil The devil forced her to live as a severed head, feasting on the blood of babies. That's pretty intense. Almost reminds me of the creature from the movie The Thing by John Carpenter. This is Baron Radu down here. He was a vampire. It's like the mummified remains of a vampire. You can see where a stake has been plunged through his heart, and you can see the agony in his face from the stake there. Now here is an interesting legend. This is the Papillon here. Apparently he lives on the side of the highway, and he attacks, kills people, and steals their shoes. It says that this is the reason you always see shoes laying on the side of the highway. It says the reason he leaves shoes behind is he has 2 left feet, and therefore he only has use for left shoes and leaves the right-handed shoes along the highway. The voodoo doll there. And then look at that harbor witch. That is creepy. This is Ranifer, the mummified prince. You see the Egyptian style mummy there, wrapped up in chains and ropes. This is a really amazing collection. It's only in this one little back room here in the back of the bookstore, but love the level of creativity and backstory put into all these creatures. And always make sure that you do leave a little tip here when you're visiting these attractions. Help support your local roadside attraction. A lot of cool stuff just on top of these shelves in this bookstore. See the Star Wars collection up here, and then whatever that is, I love him. I learned about this recently. I believe this to be a butter lamb mold. Oh, so there's me. I've finished developing. Oh, that's a very nice picture you took of me, Dan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, opening up the cemetery gate here for us. We stopped off at Greenmount Cemetery. There's some graves here I wanted to see. But look at that statue. That is pretty amazing. And look at this. This glass over the casket. It almost reminds me of Snow White. But I guess these intricate carvings here, the ivy, they don't want that probably to get damaged or people rubbing it off. I mean, kind of delicate, but it is a beautiful grave site here. And check this out. We have the Grave of Johnny Eck. You can see his birth name would have been Eckhart. There's this Eck in parentheses there, buried next to his brother. Now Johnny Eck, often known as the king of the sideshow. He or the half man, he had legs, but they were tiny and hidden, so it appeared that he had no legs beneath his torso. And he was one of those famed sideshow performers. Often did the classic handstand with one hand, was kind of his trademark move. Appeared in the movie Freaks. Just an amazing individual. So yeah, Dan, I didn't even see this, but there's a, you pointed out to me, there's a little grave here. It's a tiny little stone. 1844 to 1904. And that's all the information they have. Look at this family section right here. They got the big Celtic cross.
They were obviously of importance.
Yeah, they look important. Got these big hinges here on the grave. Yeah, you can actually pick that up. That's pretty wild.
Actually, they're...
It's a door knocker?
Let me in. This was a baby.
Yeah, probably a child. Let's see, it says age. It looks like this has been worn down over the years. Can't quite
the weather.
read it.
Something years.
It says age, but that's not very descriptive.
It was a single digit.
Single digit, yeah. You can see these flowers here have been worn away. That's probably why they have that glass over that one site we saw, that these delicate flowers be worn away. Yeah, this is an absolutely massive cemetery. All these old graves. Look at what we have here. This is the Booth family gravesite, as in John Wilkes Booth, the man that murdered Abraham Lincoln. Now, supposedly he definitely is buried here. I guess there's some thought of where he actually is in this area. I guess they did not put a marked stone because, you know, he is one of history's most notorious criminals. But there's an unmarked headstone right here. There's a big pile of pennies. I don't know who's here. Oh, I think I just got it. They're leaving Lincoln pennies. Yeah. So this is like a diss on him. They're leaving.
Well, if you take the H off, it's boot.
Boot? Did you just realize? So, anyways, oh yeah, no disrespect to John Wilkes Booth, but yeah, that's pretty funny that people are dropping little Lincoln heads, making it rain with Lincolns on the man that murdered Abraham Lincoln. You know, I don't normally do this, but I'm just going to give it a little kick. See the row of crypts back there. You can see that one there is actually bricked closed. Possibly one of the most striking and unique graves in the cemetery is this. You can see it's a Ouija board gravestone. Now, if you look on the other side here, you see this gravestone belonged to Elijah Jefferson Bond. He was the man that patented the Ouija board. Of course, the Ouija board was not the first talking board, but it was the first that was sold and mass-produced and sold to the general public instead of just spiritualists. He was born January 23rd, 1847, died April 14th, 1921. Now, he was originally put in an unmarked grave, but the Talking Board Historical Society found out that he did not have a grave, so they located where he was born and built this stone. And because his Ouija board became iconic, the #1 talking board known to man, they made his grave a good old-fashioned Ouija board. If you had a planchette, you could possibly do a Ouija session on the side of the grave. I did not bring a planchette with me, and they don't leave a complimentary planchette here either. So I'm sure I could, I don't know this is a fact, but I would just bet that people do come out here and use this as a Ouija board. Of course, you'd have to hold it a little tighter. So I don't know, it may not actually function as a Ouija board because usually a Ouija board would lay flat, but I guess they would have to just hold it a different way, and I don't know if that works. And there's the goodbye down there. I know from what I've heard on Ouija boards, you always want to hit the goodbye when you're done, because that leaves a portal open to the nether realm if you do not. Also, I've also heard you have to be careful that you're not actually talking to a demon. Only talk to spirits and ghosts, never talk to a demon. This woman here sitting on the throne. This chapel here in the cemetery. You can see that figure there resting on the stone. Yeah, just how elaborate some of these graves are. It's just mind-blowing.
Turned out pretty good.
Got some photos of the Ouija board.
A little bit of light leak, but I kind of like the way it looks.
That looks cool.
Looks like a ghost is hovering above the gravestone.
It does.
Look at, see, there?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird. Well, it's on this one, too. And that one. And that one. The ghost like being photographed.
It says, "Stay humble, Baltimore." Do you like staying humble, Dan? Oh, man. Wanted to come over here and check out this oddity shop here known as Bazaar. Looking down in the window. See a little squirrel there. Got an alligator. Looks like in this window, got a little tiny jackalope there. That thing at the bottom looks like it's a form for a deer head piece of taxidermy. Little skeleton peeking at us. So yeah, we've got a really cool oddity shop here. You can see some heads there on the wall. Down here we have baby's first tentacle. These children with tentacles coming out of their mouths.
It's a wreath made of hair.
Oh yeah, hair, a Victorian hair wreath.
Oh god, look at that explosive stuff. No, just that. Kind of a moldy.
So that's an abandoned hospital scented candle?
Yeah.
Now you've been in abandoned hospitals, haven't you?
Yeah.
Does that smell like an abandoned hospital?
It's funny, it does. It smells like mold, like a moldy, but it's sweet. If you were to do a candle, like the candle here, it would be.
Oh,
that's awesome. I would actually get one.
Oh, they have a Krampus.
That one is really strong. Here, I'll open it for you.
Open it.
Yeah, smell that.
Yeah, kind of a.
It's like a strong smell.
Kind of a weird Christmassy but nasty smell. There's mummification. Right here. Let's sniff what a mummy smells like. Get that a smell. Interesting.
What are your skulls going for? Are they for sale or no? I saw it.
Very interesting sense. The seance smell.
But I love
overgrown cemetery. New moon.
So much fun. So cute.
Skater ducks. Little duckies on skateboards there. This old wicker casket here. That mannequin there. And look at this. This is a mummified fox that's still stuck.
God, look at that.
He's got the trap. Jesus. He's got a trap on his leg. So his fox got caught in a trap and ended up mummifying somehow. And there is a wallaby.
All of the bandos are gone now. Well, at least in Baltimore City.
Got the shrunken head.
So cool.
Ah.
I think it's carved out of leather. That's llama. Yeah.
Llama?
Yep. Oh, llama.
There's a mystery art made out of animal intestines. Said this was found during the cleaning of an old farmhouse. That's pretty wild. See the toads there, the cane toads. And then a little rabbit there with a tentacle coming out of his mouth. This animal here. Oh, look at this. This is a bison yote corn, a combination of a bison, coyote, and unicorn. We have an albino deer along this. I think this is some sort of Masonic mask right there. There is a fantasy bird. This is made from multiple pheasants. This is by Friends Forever Taxidermy. And we have some human skulls in there. And in the back they have a Jenny Hanover for sale. So it's like a devilfish. They cut a ray to look like a person or an alien. Some fun things in jars. A marmoset monkey. There's a Jeffrey monkey, a two-toed sloth, a Kinkacho,
that thing is cool as shit. I mean, that's a cool fox.
And a fox there. Look at this skull down here. That is wild. Looks like it's an anteater. You like that, Dan?
I do.
Two-headed fetus skeleton?
Put it on my mantle.
Awesome.
It's a good price. It's awesome.
That is a good price. The warthog there. Human skeleton. It's really adorable little jackalopes here. And then a possum in a peanut. A little racing possum there. Some vegan fetuses there, so you can source your fetuses there locally, organically, and without putting any real fetuses in danger. And this is pretty amazing here. Little shop of hardware. There's an Audrey 2-esque plant there. Looks like, I don't know, his head a vacuum or something like that. But very cool. And it's also a flamingo, a taxidermied flamingo head down here. It's a really cool mural. Again, Little Shop of Horrors, probably my favorite movie of all time. See this alligator mural here, pretty cool. Big gator there. I think that was a crocodile. Thank you guys for spending the day here in Baltimore. So thank you guys for spending the day in Baltimore, Maryland with me. Big thank you to my friend Dan Bell. It was great being able to hang out with Dan. And Dan was actually a really early supporter and champion of the Carpetbagger channel. Back when I had like around 10,000 subscribers, he shouted me out, gave me support, actually contacted me and told me that he enjoyed my channel, which was shocking and surprising to me that someone of the level he was at that time would reach out to me. So that was always that was a big deal to me, and it's always great to hang out with Dan in his home city of Baltimore, Maryland. And do check out the Dan Bell's channel. This is Dan Bell. He puts out some really great stuff. Now, as you can see by the hotel artwork behind me, we are in, or we're not in Washington, D.C. We're outside of Washington, D.C. But we are near Washington, D.C. You see the MLK monument there. I think we got another piece of artwork here. We got, oh yeah, we have the Washington Monument over there on that artwork. That's always a good way to figure out which city you are in, or at least near, is to look at the artwork in your hotel room. I'm going to spend the next few days here in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland area. Hopefully we check out some of the museums here. Wide open for suggestions. If there's anything you want me to document in Washington, D.C. or Baltimore, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, it'll help me out and let you know when new videos are coming out. I am trying to do near daily videos here, and if you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. All that information is in the description, and all that just helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until tomorrow morning, my friends, this one's in the bag.